don't care now. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. Oh, going in. Fall into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. But now you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion,
whatever. All this ever about you long gone, it don't matter. Ride or die, that's been the deal. The light of your back, I disappear. But if you don't play that for me, I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I lick my gun and then I'm done. I'm out of it, I'm out of it. Need a moment to tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away through you, the weight of you, of my shoulders. Done with my cigarette, and when all the smoke is clear, I'm brushing away through you, the weight of you, the weight of you. Don't need a no man. Back and I'm better. You had to go back where you came from, now you're bitter. Out of sight, out of mind for real. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna be you for real. But if you don't play that for me, I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I lick my gun and then I'm done. I'm out of it, I'm out of it. No man to tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away through you, the weight of you, of my shoulders. Done with my cigarette, and when all the smoke is clear, I'm brushing away through you, the weight of you, the weight of you. Don't need a no man.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to a Valhalla Valorant live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bit of a special occasion, a special match for you today. First off, we have a special guest up here, Coach Ben, in the caster booth for more than just an interview.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Coach Ben, can explain to us a little bit why we're blessed with your presence today.
Yeah, so today we got a little bit of a special matchup. Smite will be taking on Nitro. Team versus team today. So you know what? We're going to let the kids take over today. We got our IGL set, and I'm going to up here, and we're gonna get it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Fully on the teams today. It'll be really interesting, especially with some preparation for tournaments. Coach Ben, what are you hoping to see out of everyone?
Out of everybody today is going to be simply just, are we a cohesive unit? Something I said last week when we were up here. It's getting the teams to play as a cohesive unit. So seeing that togetherness, seeing the glue stuck together, and just the chemistry at all-time high.
Ben, take me through these rosters, these teams. Who's your X factor? Who you hoping pops off? Explain it to me a little bit, because I know I got mine.
For sure. So let's give you guys a little bit of a rundown. So today on Nitro, we have Will IGLing.
Yep.
On Smite, we have Evan continuing the path of
Absolutely.
IGLing for us. I think the difference in today's matches is going to come down to Atlee, who got
agree.
pushed to the Smite
Tenfold.
team today.
Tenfold.
And I think it's also going to be Little Ben. I think Little Ben is also going to be the X factor on the other team. We see a little bit of a rivalry going on between Atlee and Little Ben. Duos at home and competitors here.
Yep.
So it's going to be pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree. I mean, I think Atlee, a little bit of an X factor. I know he's been on that grind, but how much, it will be interesting to see. And Little Ben, I think always an X factor, You
For sure,
never know
always.
what you're going to see that
You
guy,
never know.
right?
It is a straight wild card
Yo,
from him.
he could be opping and feeling himself. He could be Vandal and missing all of his shots. You never know what you're going to get.
And
with
that's
Little
what I
Ben.
was saying. We're going to see some very interesting tactics coming from both teams today. Again, especially with the different ways that our IGLs handle the situations and the different ways that they're going to play. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see this.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I'm excited. And to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, we're going to have a little bit of a different view for you guys. So we're going to be in the observer area this time. So you guys are going to see a lot more information that even that I'm going to see. We're going to get to talk about a lot more information. Me and Coach Ben will definitely be analyzing a little bit more, positioning everything as the match goes on, because we'll be able to see all of it. Coach Ben, talked about Atlee, talked about Little Ben. Talk to me about these IGLs. We know Evan, solid IGL, recently stepped up. The IGL for the Rocket League team, now he's stepped up in Val. Talk to me about Will a little bit and how comfortable you are with letting him take the reins.
Very, very comfortable. Again, Nitro taking home our first championship.
Of course.
Will led the charge basically all season long as our IGL, and so I think he's very, very comfortable in that role. And we're going to see it today where he's directing the plays, directing when we're buying and when we're ecoing. And I think he's really going to take the charge, and he's very, very comfortable, especially coming from Apex 2. And he's going to have that nice mixture of being able to lead the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree tenfold. And right here, we're actually just going to get the match started. I believe everybody is ready.
Let's do it.
So let's jump into it. Let's hit the start match button. And a little bit of a hidden map. Coach Ben, can you talk to me a little bit about Fracture and the thought process between
so the thought
picking this
process
map?
was both teams, they don't play Fracture.
Yep.
I think right now is a perfect opportunity to put our teams to the test. This is going to be a perfect chance to show that cohesiveness and the strength from our IGLs. Are we able to lead a team and play as a group, keep mentals high, keep gunplay good, positioning great, everything that goes into Valorant on a map that we don't play? This is a map that we are constantly banning when it comes to our ban process. So we're going to put these two groups in for today, and we're going to go for it.
Yeah, and we see we see Nitro 5 of 5 locked in already.
Let's take a look at the picks here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Smite now also locking in. Are there any picks that are surprising you, Ben?
Not really surprising. I guess a little bit of a different pick coming from Penguin here, going with the Sky. Last time we did not see him on an initiator like Sky. And also with Lynn coming out as our Sage. Only played Sage one time during the season, and now we're seeing it played again. So hopefully we see some very interesting tactics come out between both of these teams. Another one that's very, very interesting to see is our Breach pick. We occasionally play our Breach, and Will on the KJ as well. Will has started to play Sentinel role a little bit more, and so it's going to be very interesting to see the IGL role come out in such a more passive playstyle. I honestly think it's going to make it a little bit easier for him because he doesn't have to run out and go take the charge. He's able to sit back, analyze the field, and kind of just look at what's going on, and he's able to help out where needed. But as we get this round started, we see 2A, one in spawn towards Heaven. Attackers kind of splitting up here. Looks like they're going to be going to the B site. Spike is going B.
Yeah, absolutely. Currently watching Smite, who I believe are defense, Looks like Little Ben gonna already take some damage.
Ethan taking a peek. See if you can get one. Atlee peeks. Atlee dinks Ethan.
Little Ben taking down Evan. That's a great
Oh,
kill.
yeah. We got some blood being drawn
Atlee.
here.
We talked about the X Factor, and he's popping off already.
Showing off on a roll we don't normally see him play during the season.
Correct.
Hopping on the jet here.
Looks like Smite not too rattled. They're doing a good job at kind of containing themselves, but Nitro's got control of A site, I believe, currently. They just need to... oh, actually, never mind. I was watching the wrong person.
Smite's got control.
Yep.
And we see Penguin here holding a very good angle here. If he's able to line his crosshair up, he's going to be able to get the headshot. Peeks Will. Will, though, with a perfect shot to the head.
What a shot from Will.
Kind of bringing it back for Nitro here. Going to be able to take point, but they have no clue where Atlee is. Atlee takes a couple of shots, dinks Colin. Colin down. Atlee with 3 kills, proving that he is the different. And 4 for Atlee.
Atlee pops off.
Atlee, huge
Smite.
round for Smite. Huge round for Smite.
I mean, we talked about it. I don't think I could have a better prediction. I don't think we could have a better prediction other than Atlee being the X Factor.
For sure, yes. Atlee, again, playing a role we don't normally see him play during the season. Kind of an off pick for him, as we were saying. And it's looking like a strong start for Smite.
Looks like we're going to...
Again, we see a little bit of the split coming.
Yup. It looks like we're going to see maybe a full 5-stack A or B. A little bit of a flank coming in.
Looks like we're going to have a fight come up from Ben and Evie.
We're actually going to find that
fight. Is Ben going to peek it?
Yup, he does. Oh, just misses
Evie's
the
running
shot,
away. Evie's got the intel. That's all she needs. She backs away to go help the team.
We see a
Lynn holds, gets the kill on Jammers. With the stinger, too, at such an interesting distance.
A lot of Nitro hurt already. Evan going to take some shots into that gap. Going to find Colin.
Lynn's just going to hold it here. She doesn't really need to go anywhere.
Yep.
Evie's going to take the fight. Evie kills Ethan. Ben all by himself. And Ben's going to fall to the stinger. Smite's going to take the second round. Flawless.
A little more of a traditional showing out from the Smite we expect. We love to see. We see a lot.
100%. You know, I think the thing is, I don't think Smite is going to be able to adjust to a team that has won the banner like that. You know, they're going to have to work very, very hard to keep this lead, because as we saw, you know, in the grand finals with Nitro against Affinity, Nitro really just brought it together. And you saw the cohesiveness and how they were able to just roll through that match.
I think the interesting thing about this map is
Evan just with an immediate kill.
Yeah, absolutely, Evan, not afraid to take some shots. But this map is so unique with the amount of different pushes and strategies you can kind of pull up. So it'll be really interesting to see how Nitro handles that from the attacking side. Ethan going down to Atlee quickly as well.
Penguin throwing out the sky.
Yup. Already down to a 3v5 disadvantage.
Looks like Will's going to be calling for a rotate here, but Atlee's going to catch him as they're leaving. Penguin gets one with the stinger. And again, we see the same thing as last round. Ben all by himself. 1v5 position.
He's taking a lot of damage. He's got 3 players rushing him down. But he's going to run into Lynn if he continues to go that way.
Brother and sister, who's going to get the kill here?
Ben's just going to hold his position, see if he can find anyone.
He's able to get one.
Yep. Unfortunately, not able to get 2.
Third round for Smite. Defender's going to take it here. And again, we see that defending position very, very strong for Smite. Definitely a different outcome compared to the other week against Affinity, where, you know, defense we really struggled, but the attack was phenomenal. And again, we're seeing this here where, you know, Smite is going back to their roots on the defensive side, picking that first and trying to get as many wins as possible.
Absolutely.
It looks like we're going to be going to the opposite side of the map here for attackers, taking a little bit of a different approach.
Full 5 push. It looks like it's going to come to A2. But what they don't know is we have Evan already looking down the angle, and he
Evan
finds
gets 2 with 1 bullet.
Evan's going to blind. Can he find another? Unfortunately, Colin's going to take him down.
Ethan going to follow it up with a big kill here. Ethan's holding the flank, make sure Evie stays back.
They could push A site.
Little Ben doing a great job here holding, making sure Evie does not peek down. If she does, he's going to have that upper advantage to take the shot. It was like Little Ben's going to walk away. Going to go assist the team here to take sight.
They need to be afraid here of Eric. Eric holding a really good angle. Ethan taking a couple shots, not finding any though.
Eric going to go for the flash here. Could we see a pop flash?
Oh, great shots from Lynn.
Lynn going with a huge kill here.
Looks like we are going to see the rotate come out. And these two need to play together here. Down a person, a whole player. We're going to see Colin take a couple shots. Colin also got a lot of damage on him.
Oh, he's almost at the head of Lynn's there. He was just a little bit off. It looks like they're going to be taking sight. Lynn with a great slow.
Absolutely.
But I don't think they're ready
is down.
for a flank.
Yep.
That's coming around.
Little Ben going to find it. No.
Oh, look. Evie gets the kill. Evie cleans up for Smite again.
Absolutely.
4-0. And I think in that situation, you know, if you're Nitro in that scenario, you get 2 kills off the start. You know, you kind of got to collapse on the site. 2 bodies off site. You know, maybe there's one lurking around there, but 5 against 3.
Yep.
I mean, you just got to take control of that advantage.
I fully agree. I don't. That was one of those moments where I wish Nitro would have played a little bit more aggressive. You know, we see them be a very passive team at times, and I think it got the better of them right there. Gave Smite time to kind of recollect their thoughts and spread out and hold their positions.
And Smite doing a good job against that passive attacker. You know, when a passive attacker goes in, you know, if they're not going to fully push on the site, there is absolutely no reason to not just util dump on them and get some kills. And we saw it there where they just brought it back 4-0.
And Evan looks like could hold a cheeky angle. Let's see if he can find one. He does. He is with the op. That man is crazy having an op this early in the game.
Evan clearly feeling himself this game. Ready to just absolutely rack in as many kills as we possibly can.
Taking a lot of shots through the
smoke. Let's peek over
smoke.
very, very quickly. If we take a look at Little Ben and Ethan looking to go for the fight. I don't think they're... Takes the fight. Evie, though, gets the kill. Unfortunately, Nitro just did not double swing there. They weren't able to get that trade off.
Misplay there from Nitro. That's gotta hurt, especially for Ethan. You know, Ethan's someone that can do very well, a little bit of a momentum player. And as I talk, Evan finds another. And just pinched at this point. Eric gonna find one. Colin, they're gonna clean it up though.
Gonna trade off.
Colin gonna find a second.
Gonna get another. Is Colin gonna pop off here? This is his chance.
Very low on health. He's gonna get the heal back.
I gotta take some pop shots. He's got Spike. He's in a very tough position here. If I'm Colin, I'm gonna flank and I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna take that fight with Lynn.
Yep.
Take that fight with Lynn and then see where I can go from there.
I agree.
But you know, being stuck here is just a very rough spot.
And looks like you
But
predicted correctly. And unfortunately,
Lynn with a good hold there.
Yep, the run and gun. We saw it firsthand. Just not good enough, unfortunately. Just not good enough.
Unfortunate. 5-0 Smite. Again, huge lead. This is now the chance Nitro gonna have to turn the tides here. Let's take a look at their money right here.
Absolutely, I agree.
Nitro, a little bit down in the dumps with the eco. Smite clearly flourishing with the money. I think this is going to have to be a round where Nitro saves, but I don't know if we're going to see that.
Yeah, I don't think we are. I think we're going to see a potentially mid or half buy or potentially a forced a full buy.
Looks like some of the team is forcing, some of the team is saving. The eco is just clearly way off balance.
Potentially a miscomm there from Will, though having a lot of this tunnel, excuse me.
Yeah.
But Evan on the op. And
Atlee racking up some kills, but Will, great job bringing it back. But Evan, again, just claps right back at him.
Evan feeling so good about himself. Ethan gonna find one though. He does get the intel, and he's gonna pick up the final
Evan
kill.
Just takes the shot. 6-0 for Smite as we enter the halfway point of the first half.
Coach Ben, talk to me a little bit. What does Nitro need to do to turn this around?
You know, if I were Nitro right now, you know, they're doing a great job when they're stacking 5, right? At this point, they need to just rush and push through sight. One of the things that Smite, and a little bit of their weaker point, is that when a team does rush fast, we tend to play off-site them. If I'm Nitro, I'm rushing 5 deep. As soon as I get that first kill, I'm util dumping, whether that's sending a Reyna eye or sending a breach stun. There's a lot of different ways that we can pair abilities here. But Evan, again, just with the operator, holding great angles to just keep picking Nitro off one by one.
Nitro here looks like they're shaking a little bit. We're going to find Little Ben, though. Looks like he could find Lynn on this cheeky
get
angle.
A cheeky little kill
and
here.
He finds her. That's a great kill from Little Ben. Hopefully get some momentum going his way.
If Nitro, in this position, Nitro needs to play it a little bit slow towards the A side, but we see the ult come out from Eric. Doesn't matter what they do now. They are going to find them with the Sky ult. And now it's just a matter of, are they going to hold the right spot?
You have to be worried about Evan with this op, and he's gonna peek.
Oh, just barely misses.
Little Ben gets lucky there. Allie gonna find Ethan though. A lot of shots coming out, but no one knows Eric is right there in that corner. Oh my God, he doesn't find anyone though. Evan
shoots
with the
him
op.
in the leg, gets the kill.
There comes Eric, and he finds one. Allie cleaning up the second.
Smite again, just cleaning it up here. 7-0.
Absolutely. Nitro, they need to figure out what they're doing. One thing that we didn't really talk about, we didn't highlight too much of, is Colin playing on this Nitro roster, typically on the Smite roster. Someone that is very experienced, kind of needs to rattle his team here, even though he's not in that IGL. Control his team a little bit, let them know that they're not out of this by any means, and they need to play this round by round at this point.
For sure. Looks like we have a lot of ults coming from Nitro here. Nitro needs to dump some ults here. We got to see something coming out that's going to take control of this round. We need to build the momentum. Looks like Evan going to start rotating over to B. Recognizes that that's where they're going to push. Lynn, Eric, holding it down.
Yeah, I think this is one of the first times where Nitro did not go where Evan went to start. So big push for them. They could potentially find some early momentum here.
And again, still a very slow rotate coming from Smite. And now we see the punishment coming, but Eric's going to bring it back for them.
We are going to see the KJ come through. That's going to make Smite back off a little bit. So they might get this site here. We expect to see Spike go down, but it doesn't.
One player detained.
We're going to see a collapse.
Ethan looks like he's going to try
Smite.
and hold it. Ethan got to back away, go play around with his teammates, pick up a different Vandal.
Evan's going to find one. Eric's going to find one as well. Just a little Ben left. Let's see what he can do. He can't find any.
Eric going for the 4. Falls a little bit short, but Lynn with the cleanup. Again, Smite taking round 8.
Absolutely.
And again, we see barely any ults coming out of both teams. Looks like we're still holding on to it. If we're in Smite's position, there really is no reason to ult right now.
No.
We are just, Smite is absolutely just rolling them right now, 8-0. If I'm Nitro, I'm cracking as many ults as I possibly can right now just to slow it down.
Absolutely.
Slow down the steamroller that's coming in right now.
And we have 2 duelist ults. We have to see one of those this round. Have to see one of the duelists, Little Ben and Ethan, just create some momentum for their team. Jet ult, we've seen Little Ben pop off with that ult, and obviously the Reyna ult, very good as well. Couple early shots going on.
Holding the snipe here, but not a single person is going ace. Let's take a look at Ethan here. Ethan is going for a huge flank, but there's the wall from Sage.
Little Ben with the Sheriff, but can't find the kill on Lynn.
Knifing the wall, but nobody's looking Ethan's direction at all. They're going to be able to just collapse on the site here. Only person holding is Eric. This could be the round that they take. Takes a couple of shots, unfortunately misses, but now we see Smite coming. With the oh my gosh. Do we see this? Do we see Evan takes the first shot from flank.
He's going to back up. He got some intel with that Reyna usage.
Takes another. There's another body. Colin gonna go for the ult. Great time to use it.
Colin only got a limited amount of time. He needs to find a kill here. He knows where Evan is, but he does decide to swing him. Unfortunately, not going to find the kill. 2v2.
Even here, 2v2. Crucial round for Nitro. Evan gonna move in. Has free range of Spike.
Big Ben playing so patiently. He's going to find one. Can he get the kill? Will going to help him, and
And
Will.
Nitro with the momentum that they needed
Yup.
there. Very, very nice round coming out from Nitro. Again, we see a little bit more of a faster push this time. Still a little bit slow, but I think they're starting to recognize the faster they go,
Absolutely.
the more Smite is going to push off site.
And we saw some great patience there from Big Ben, really waiting, not panicking with his shots, and then he finally decides to take some, and luckily Will able to swing out with him and help clean up that kill.
Yes. Taking precise, calm shots, taking as much time as you need is going to help out. But for sure, not too much time.
Yup.
Not too much time, but just enough to where your shots are going to be first shot accuracy.
Nitro gonna have this flank on A site completely free right now. If they run this down, they could get there before Smite can recollect.
We see the flash coming out. Gets the kill. Huge kill from Will.
Yup, absolutely. On Atlee.
2 down.
Evan's still up though. He's still got the op.
There goes the ult.
And he
Unfortunately,
finds
doesn't
one.
get anybody. We go from 2 holding all the way up to 4. Smite coming to take over site, saying, "This is my house. Don't walk in it."
Yup. Evan there switches off the op. Gonna find the final kill on Ethan.
Two more rounds until we enter the next
Yup.
half of the game. Could we see a 9-3 curse come up, Christian?
It's very possible, you know. I'm rooting for it at this point. You know, I want to see Nitro battle back a little bit, get themselves in a little bit more of a comfortable position, so that way they don't have to completely win out on defense.
Five ults coming from Smite. Could we see one be played this round?
I think so. And I think the interesting thing we have to mention is that Smite doing very similar holds every single round. Not switching it up too much, and Nitro just not picking up on that. Just continues to kind of push this op. And we see Evan already get one. Let's see if we can find another. Gonna hold the angle. Looks like we're gonna see a little bit of a rotate come through maybe. Nope, they're gonna
Will
keep
looks like he's
pushing.
gonna peek out. He sees the sky there, taking a couple shots. Is he gonna be able to get it? No, Eric shuts him down, and we see multiple kills coming
Yup.
through here.
2 from Eric, 1 from Evan. Just one, just a little Ben left, and he's
And
gonna
there's
get
10.
flanked.
There's 10 for Smite.
Last round in the half.
And this is where the underdog story
Yup.
is going to have to kick in
Yep,
here.
absolutely.
Nitro going to have to take a deep breath, bring it together, and work as a cohesive unit.
If I'm Will, I'm calming my team down. I'm putting my trust in them, telling them to play together. We still have 2 ults on the side of Nitro. We need to see them this half.
And the one thing I'm going to say that Nitro is doing a really good of is they are grouping together.
Mm-hmm.
There is not one person just going to the other site. Everybody is moving together, which is very, very healthy and good to see.
Yup.
It's just they got to push on the site. As soon as they get that pick, they got to make a move. A couple of shots coming out.
Yup.
A lot of util being done from both teams here.
We're going to
Here
see some
comes the
ults
ult from
come
KJ.
through.
Looks like Nitro going to be making a move here. Both ults pop.
Yup.
Reyna and KJ. Looks like we
Does
get
the
2
chain
pretty
too.
huge. Are we going to be able to move in here for Nitro?
Evie, though, finds little Ben.
Will. Gonna trade it, though. They're going to trap Evie. They're going to make sure she's not going anywhere.
Ethan, excuse me, go down with the op.
Will doing a great job setting up his traps. And look at Colin picking up
Colin.
3 for his team.
Picking it up this round. Making his name known. Let's see what Atlee does here. Swings him with the ult.
Allie, here
and
we
he's gonna
go.
Find it.
This is the first time we're seeing Allie all his jet this round.
Only got 1 knife
Goes
left.
for a couple.
He needs to
One
get a kill
knife.
here
Can
to
he go
reset
for it?
We're
Could
gonna
it have
see
to be a
Eric
huge
get
kill here?
revived.
Almost.
Misses
Just
it,
barely
unfortunately.
misses. Takes the shot. 1v1 situation.
1v1. Will versus Atlee.
Takes a little bit of damage. He's going for it. Gonna
Atlee
take a
being
couple of
super
shots.
aggressive.
And Will
Unfortunately.
gonna shoot through the smoke and take the round for his
Absolutely.
team. Very, very close fight there from both teams.
I think Adley there wanted to be a little bit of aggressive to catch Will out, and I think that he did, but just a little panicky in that aggressive push, not able to find the
100%,
shots.
100%. And now we see the switch up here. Is Smite going to be able to continue the train that they have going on of doing great stuff on attack? Or is Nitro now being able to take defense here going to absolutely stop their push? We see KJ. We see Breach. We see two main characters that are going to be able to slow the pushes as much as possible. And Little Ben, again, being that special role in this game, he's going to be probably playing aggressive here, trying to rack up as many kills as possible. But is Smite going to be able to handle that?
This is where Little Ben really needs to pop off, in my opinion. You know, he didn't have a great first half, but he needs to find a couple. Ethan going to get pushed here so early. Evan taking some shots for the smoke, not finding the kill, though.
Ethan, got to hide. Got to try and stay away. Doesn't want to risk getting shot. He's going to peek out. Great wall from Smite. Oh, beautiful headshot from Ethan.
Couple quick trades there in the favor of Smite. Just a 1v4. Can Big Ben find any kills? He
Good kill from Ben.
Unfortunately there for Big Ben. Really rough scenario to be in. Obviously the 4v1. Not where you want to be. And we saw the momentum continue to be in Smite's favor. Nitro still not out of it, still can absolutely keep themselves in this game.
Absolutely. And we've seen many times here at Camp Hill reverse sweeps.
Yeah.
We've seen many times Smite being down 3-9. We've seen times Nitro being down 10-1 in situations. And reverse sweeping is very, very
Absolutely.
doable.
Both these teams have to know that they are not out of it. Evan going to take some quick shots through the smoke. Not going to find any damage this time. Currently watching our X Factor himself, Atlee. Playing so patient.
Good flash from Ben.
Oh my
Not able to get a
gosh.
kill, though, unfortunately.
What a great flash. He finds 3 but can't pick up a kill. That's got to hurt.
He's going for another one. Unfortunately, not able to get one. Evan gonna take the shot and kill him there.
I believe Evan was flashed. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that he was. So just
He 100% was.
wow,
Oh,
Evan
finds one hiding.
finds Ethan. Can't pick up the
Ethan
kill.
with a very
though.
good cleanup. Ethan gotta go for the gun here. Now they got a gun. 2v4. Ethan's got the Guardian. He could be able here, if his positioning is very, very good, could pick off some bodies.
Absolutely. Ethan and Will, the last two alive. They need to play together. They need to make sure that they're doing this. And right now, they are split up. Not really what you want to see out of the side of Nitro. Ethan needs to be careful here. He is going to pick up one. And ladies and gentlemen, another round for Smite.
Match point.
We are on match point already. Kind of hard to believe. Nitro now fully backs against the wall. The underdog story almost coming to an end. They still have some time, though. Still have an opportunity. Let's see what they can do.
Exactly. And we always tell the kids here, it is not over until the game is officially over. And right now, I don't know about you, Christian, but it does not look over to me.
Typically I like to feel like I'm a pretty good predictor of when these games are over, but this game does not feel over to me. I think we're going to see a big battle back from Nitro this round. We do see a split push. Evan going to find one.
Looks like they're going to collapse onto site.
Evie also going to find one.
One enemy remaining.
Evan finding
just going to
3.
take his space. Going to go for 4.
Just Colin left. Not the position you want to be with the game on the line. Let's see what Colin can do here. Colin's experienced. He knows how to handle these. Unfortunately, though, has the Guardian.
Looks like they're going to split up. Try and pinch him. Go for the trade here. And unfortunately, Colin's going to fall. Smite going to take the game.
Absolutely.
13-2.
Absolutely.
Taking another win
What
for the
a
winter
game.
season.
What a game to witness. I think we got to talk about some of the stuff that we saw. You know, Evan, we got to talk about him. He popped off, helped his team secure a win here today.
Absolutely. And again, that's what we're going to see from Evan in this IGL role. Not only is he going to be directing his team, but he's going to be fragging out, especially on this duelist role. You know, again, we see him a lot throughout the seasons, strictly playing smokes. Occasionally we see a duelist, and this is one of those times where we're going to occasionally see him as duelist.
And looking at the scoreboard, I know you guys can't see it, but the X Factor himself, Atlee, second fragging, 14-6. We talked about him a lot before the match. What a showing from Atlee.
Yes. Making his first appearance on Duelist during the season. And again, as you said, being that X Factor, really coming in clutch here. And again, as we talked about, the rivalry going on between Atlee and Little Ben.
Yeah, Atlee, I think, definitely taking the victory of that rivalry tonight.
Yes, for sure.
And I think it shows the difference a little bit here. I'm not saying that these teams can't compete with each other. Absolutely, they can. But I think we see a little bit of the difference of a Div 3, Div 2 team and a Div 4 team. We really see it. I have to shout out Colin though, doing his best to keep his team in it. Top fragging for his team with 9 kills.
For sure. Yes, in those situations, especially with Colin, being experienced in a higher division, able to kind of help lead his team a little bit in the kills, kind of telling them, hey guys, we got this. This is
Absolutely.
Not an undoable thing.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's only right if we get some interviews up here.
Let's get some interviews in.
So, Coach Ben, if you want to go grab some of your students and bring them up,
Let's do it.
Really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're going to get the IGL himself, 29-7, Thunder, a.k.a. Evan. Evan, how are we doing, my brother? How are we feeling after that steamrolling?
Pretty good. I decided that I was going to have fun and then just op most of the time, as you saw. I mean, it worked pretty well.
Yeah, so something we saw, I'm happy you brought up the op. Something that we saw was we didn't see Nitro really switch up their push, right? You guys on defense held very similar angles most of those rounds, right? So Nitro not really switching up what they're going to do, pushing you when they know you have an op a lot. What are you doing as a more experienced player to just so I know I can sit here?
It was more like holding out weirder where they wouldn't expect it. So like B main, how I would sit out a little bit farther than the common angle, and it caught a few of them off guard. And then as we saw first round, Ben kind of just was staring at me and blink.
Yep. We saw a lot of good kills. We saw a lot of momentum. Someone that's still a little newer to the IGL role in Valorant. What were you telling your team tonight to make sure that even up however many rounds that they're still locked in, they're still ready to go?
Well, I just had Atlee kind of playing with me the whole time because I knew our abilities would just combo really well together, and it did. I mean, and then we kind of saved our ults for when we really needed it. Everybody was pretty. What's the word I'm looking for here? Pretty receptive to all the comms and stuff, and it worked really well. Everybody listened. We had a lot of fun.
And you brought him up, the favorite X factor of the game, the predicted X factor from me and Coach Ben. We talked about Atlee. I eventually want to get him up here to talk to him a little bit. Atlee making a return to the Smite roster. Talk to me a little bit about what you saw from his performance.
Yes. Well, I know it's always fun to have Atlee on the team. He's really funny to play with. He's a sweet guy. I mean, and I really wanted to have him play with me because I know he has the aim to back me up a lot of the time. Like we saw the one time holding B main, I was opping B main. I told him to hold my dish. He did it phenomenally. He got like 1 or 2, and he's like, "I'm dead. You're gonna have to cover it." Amazing comms from him as always.
Absolutely,
he's a really solid player.
Well, Evan, thank you so much. Congratulations on your victory tonight, and look forward to see what you guys potentially do next week and into the spring season. So again, thank you so much and congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, who will be next? Oh, it is the X Factor himself, Atlee. We saw the return to the Smite roster and a domination from your performance. Atlee, talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling after that game.
I mean, I feel great. I had a lot of fun on Duelist. I don't normally play Duelist. I play Smokes, but I felt like I got to be a little more aggressive. I had lots of fun.
Atlee, as I said, we see your return on the Smite roster. We know you've been grinding. What have you been doing to prove to not only yourself, but to Coach Ben that you deserve to be on that team?
I mean, I've been playing a lot of comp outside here, just putting in the time.
And we heard a little bit before the game, there's a little bit of a friendly rivalry that you have with another one of our students, Little Ben. Atlee, can you explain to me about how that rivalry feels after this game?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, the jet diff was kind of crazy, but all respect, all respect.
Absolutely. All respect, all love. Atlee, finally, last question for you. Are you hoping to make a return to the Smite roster?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I think you showed out, and I think Coach Ben's got a lot to think about with your name being thrown into that hat. Well, Atlee, thank you so much for your time up here. Congratulations on your win, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you back on Smite.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who will be up next. Looks like it's gonna be Eric, not the Eric.
Hello.
Eric, how we doing? How we feeling, Eric? A return. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. A return
sorry.
to Smite, your second game on the Smite roster. How did it feel this time?
Definitely a lot better. I feel like a lot more coordination. In addition, I'm still trying to figure some stuff out here. Changing up sense feels a lot faster, so still adjusting.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw you rattle with the team a little bit more. We heard last week when you made your debut on this Smite roster, struggling with comms a little bit and all that kind of stuff. Can you tell me a little bit more about what was going in your mind to kind of help you rattle and keep yourself calm in this game?
The main thing was just defaulting to how I usually play. So just play A site, pop dog. If it gets no one, go rotate B. Play for picks off main. And I just kept running that. They would call it somewhere. I would change where I'm looking.
Yeah, absolutely. And you showing out, you proving that you can hold your own. Obviously, your name is very much in the mixing hat for the Smite roster. What are you hoping to show to Coach Ben to prove that you deserve to have a spot on that roster?
I mean, besides me just being able to show that I am a good player, also showing the flexibility of being able to play some initiators if needed or some duelists, because we're kind of in a comp of it's either double initiator or we run double duelists.
Yeah, absolutely. We know Coach Ben likes to cook up some weird comps. Well, Eric, thank you so much. We hope to see your continued perseverance and your continued work on the Smite roster. And congratulations on the victory tonight. Thank you so much for your time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Just back now with Coach Ben.
All right, everybody.
Coach Ben, you had an opportunity to address your team a little bit, talk to Smite, talk to Nitro. What was the consensus? What was going on? Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
We didn't get to fully talk to him yet,
Okay,
but we were talking about some notes, trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. I think the biggest thing right now, the first thing we're going to address is coordinating buys. We see a couple rounds of a mismatch where we got two Vandals and we have two people saving, and then we have a middle buy, and so it's making sure that everybody is on the same page. Again, we talk about the cohesiveness, the glue, moving as a unit, and that is one of the things that is going to go into that. It's not just about moving in and getting kills, pushing site together. It's not just that. It's also, the buys. The buys. Ecoing and when to buy is so important in a game like this, because as soon as one person's buy is completely off, everybody's buy is completely off. Then you have to decide, are we going to save next round as a group? Are we just going to have to wait for you to catch up? Are we going to play for the win and hopefully you catch up to us? There's a lot of different factors that kind of go into it, but that's going to be the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Valorant, a game where there's of course your big decisions, but there's a lot of micro decisions that can get easily overlooked. And I think we saw it a little bit. You talked about it with the buys and all of that stuff. Coach Ben, you guys continuing to prove that you are willing to compete and ready to compete. How are you feeling for the spring season and knowing that maybe these rosters aren't set in stone quite yet?
I'm very, very excited. We are going to continue to mix things up. We're going to mix things up again next week too. And then we're going to make the rosters and kind of go based off of how the winter season went. Excuse me. And then we're going to see what divs we kind of get placed into. It's really going to come down to divs. Could we see Smite get bumped up to a Div 2 team?
Absolutely.
Or are we going to see them make a return to Div 3? And I think if they make the return to Div 3, I think they're going to win it. And same thing for Nitro. I think Nitro might get bumped to the Div 4, but I still think Nitro has a very, very strong chance of taking that second banner.
Absolutely. And finally, Is there any specific performance, anyone singularly that you want to shout out, you want to represent and show your love for them and show that they
I mean,
crushed you
really
tonight?
just everybody. I mean, Colin, Evan, Atlee. I mean, everybody did a phenomenal job tonight. I mean, special shout out to our IGLs because
Yup, absolutely.
you know, without the IGL role and those kids stepping up and taking control of it, you know, the teams are not going to be as strong as a group. And so having someone that's able to make those micro decisions and make every single decision for everybody is very crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with that being said, a little bit of a shorter stream tonight. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but I think that's going to be it. You know, so from myself, Coach Ben, from everyone in here at Valhalla, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and good night, everybody. Tune in next week when we will have Monday Night Fortnite. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much, and good night.
Good night.